Hey, what up, Glitch Music here with the Dubstep tutorial. Alright, so open up Ableton. First thing I'm going to do is drop in a nice drum set. And all these files for the drums, all the massive presets are going to be on the Facebook page, so check that out. Alright, so insert a MIDI clip. Right click, insert MIDI clip. Just start dropping in kicks and snares. I'm going to take a little minute with this because I like to funk it up, you know, make it sound real good. So, just fun fact, dubstep. Oh, also, I have my tempo at 135, so top left, you might want to change that. Anyway, all the snares are at 0.3s, so 2.3, that sort of stuff. So, drag and drop these drums over. I actually messed this one up. I missed my, I missed by one. Oh well. Anyway, so I'm gonna change up these kicks so they sound real nice. So anyway, check out that Facebook page, just saying while I make this drum loop. Because this is from scratch, dubstep. So you might have to bear with me some. You can skip forward a little bit if you want, you know, once I'm done making the drums. Alright, Piano 1. It's pretty sweet VST, it's free, just Google it, download it. It sounds pretty decent. So I got my MIDI keyboard hooked up. I'm going to play some notes for a nice little melodic intro for the dubstep. You gotta set it to N. And you gotta do this stuff to record it. So I'm gonna record this real quick. And I'm a noob right here because I don't have this set right. Doesn't really matter, but I just like to record in however small the thing is. Got both the things set to record. Now I'm really messed up on this, but instead of fixing it, because I'm not a good pianist, it doesn't really matter to me. I'm just gonna, there's a cool quantize setting if you mess up MIDI, keyboard, stuff like that. Check the settings. Choose current grid, it works pretty well. And just fix them by hand. This takes a pretty minute, you might want to skip through this, guys. I'm not gonna lie to you. Yeah, sorry about that. But if you want to see, you know, all the tricks and tips to make dubstep, you gotta watch through the whole thing. Not necessarily the whole thing, but yeah, it's good to see all of it. You might see stuff that you might miss. You know? Nobody's perfect. Might catch a cool tip. Maybe just while I'm moving these notes, you're like, dang, you can use the Alt key to copy and paste, stuff like that. Maybe I should have just deleted this little bit. This little editing made the video shorter, but you can just skip through it. But I suggest getting Piano 1 because it's not a great VST, you know, for pure sound, but it's a really nice VST for sort of background sound, get a nice piano from other VSTs and add this to layer it. Because if you listen to it, it has a nice layer quality. If you get a real grand piano just layered behind it, it's going to make it sound a lot fuller. And although I'm using it for the main instrument, no layering, because just for time purposes in this video, it's good for that. Also, you're going to notice I don't do really any EQing, anything like that on this video, just for time purposes. If this video gets a lot of views and stuff, I'll do a nice EQ and all that good stuff, a tutorial. drum starting to make a little melody at the end, you know, a little hook. What I'm doing here is, I think you'll notice a little bit in dubstep is near the end of loops, the sounds are starting a little bit crazy, either going up or down. So I'm just have the same chord going over and over, and then I'm just changing the octave with each note. Add a little flair too, but it's basically what I'm doing. And that sounds good. Alright, just move over using the Alt key, drag and drop the piano file onto a new MIDI track where you drop in massive. Now on this massive track I'm going to delete all the top notes so that way it is a mono track. So just delete all these notes and you'll have a nice mono track, and you're going to drop in a preset that's going to be in on the Facebook page. If you want to download it, you can use your own preset. The one I'm going to be using is a distorted guitar preset. I want to give it a nice backing, and I realize this preset does not sound good, so I'm like, what am I doing? So I changed it real quick. Yeah, just shoot through the distorted guitar preset, it gives it a nice backing. And now what I'm going to do here is turn down a little bit, and then I'm going to double octave it so it's a little bit more full. Open it up, copy and paste using the Alt key. Turn it down a little bit more because it's a little overpowering. You just want it as a background, make it sound fuller. Copy and paste that over. Move the drums over. And I'm going to start making this more of an intro, just sort of the lineup. So I'm going to move that over, move the piano over. And I'm going to edit the first piano. I just double click on it, so I'm editing the first piano. And I'm going to make it slower so it has more build up. So I'm going to delete all these extra chords that are playing, so it's just a little bit slower. Now what I'm going to do here is I'm going to open up the drums, copy and paste it over, and just add some hi-hats at every 3 bars across, as you saw in that one frame. So that way it has more build up. Have the drum start out no hi-hat, then have it drop in. Gives it a nice sound. Insert another MIDI track, drop in a massive. I'm going to use this electric lead preset I have. Again, it's on the Facebook page, and it's just going to give more backing to it. So, and I'm going to draw all these notes out for the full length, so that way it's sort of really like a chord backing it, and it's there the whole time like a guitar. So I'm just going to copy and paste that over using the Alt key. I use the Alt key so much. I'm going to click on the little arrow over there, click configure, and I'm going to click on the cutoff. And then by doing that, you create an automation clip for the cutoff, and you can double click on the track and create the cutoff. So that way it comes in using only the low ends, and then slowly the full sound comes through, so it builds up real nice. Sounds decent. Could use a little bit more tweaking, but no need. It's just a tutorial. You can tweak a little bit more on your own. So I'm going to create a second drum track by slicing that in half, and then copying and pasting it over. And this is going to be sort of my build up. So I'm going to have extra snares and kicks coming in, some extra hi-hats, so you can hear the build up before the drop. That sounds good. Alright, now here's what I'm going to use some of the samples that'll again be on the Facebook page. And I just have these samples, and I just like to use some noise build up, different crashes, and different sounds for the build up to the drop. Insert another audio clip. Sometimes I use a little drum loop like that for drops, but not this time. Use a nice crash. I think I'm going to use the other one. I don't like this crash that much. Yeah, that crash has a better sound. Anyway, so then I'm going to use one more sample from these vocal samples I have, these vocal effects loops. And it gives it a nice, this one. All night long, all night long. I just clicked on it, I thought it fit. All night long. There's another audio track. And I just choose another vocal, but this is more of an effect more than actual saying.
Cool. All night long.
That sounds really good. So now all we need is the dubstep. So scroll down, insert some MIDI clips. There's shortcuts for those, but I'll just right click because I don't really know the shortcuts that well. Drag and drop the drums over. And insert massive for each one. And what I like to do here is when I'm making a dubstep break, is I'll just record the loop and then I'll change all the sounds later. So even though I have 4 massives, I'll just record it in one sound. Again, using my MIDI keyboard. I'm just going to quantize these like I did in the beginning with the keyboard. I'm not the greatest pianist, sorry guys. And do some of these. So what I do here is I slice this up for each track. Copy and paste it to each track, then I'll slice it. So, you know, I'll kind of go random on this because dubstep is sort of random. So, you know, this bottom track will have that little bit, this one will have this part. Now just choose some dubstep sounds. And I would suggest like going online and just googling dubstep presets. I have a lot. They're really useful. And usually if I'm making my own song, I will just use the factory presets. I'll edit them, you know, make them my own. But not enough time, so I'll just use these. Alright, so I'm just going to change these sounds because those two sounds sound like crap. And I'm just going to use these presets I have called Skrillex 50%, Skrillex 30%. They're pretty good presets. And now what I'm going to do here is change the wobble speed of the bass. So I'm going to click on that little arrow right there, click on configure, and then I'm going to click on whatever LFO I'm adding. So this is 5, click on the 12. And by doing that, it creates an automation clip. Click on the configure again so it stops configuring for the stuff. And just sort of almost drawing random lines because dubstep's sort of random. You're going to want to change them a little bit just to make it sound better. And I'm going to do this for each one. Most of them are the 5th LFO that I'm changing. Click on that number again. One of them 7th LFO, just is. This is the 7th one. So I got to click on that, then click on the number, which changes the wobble speed. And it sounds nice because your dubstep wobble just starts changing throughout the breakdown, and it gives it a more dirty feel, you could say. On this particular song, I don't feel like my changes, like the what do you call it? The changes, I guess, in the wobble, the automation in the wobble. I didn't do it that well. They're pretty poor actually. They don't sound that great, but sometimes it takes a minute. Alright, so what I'm going to do now is I am going to copy and paste, actually not. I'm going to add, if you notice, that wasn't that full sounding. It sounds like it's almost missing a little bit. So I'm going to add sort of a pad to the back. But instead of using a note or a VST instrument playing a chord or something, I'm going to use a sample I have. You could also use a pad, it will sound similar. I just happen to have a nice vocal sample I'm going to use, which will be in the Facebook page for you to download. And here it is. Sounds pretty decent. I'm just going to cut this up. And I'm going to click on that and click show, right-click show automation so I can change the audio. Yeah, so I just changed the audio level right there so that way it sort of builds up and then near the end it goes up again even higher, so that way I'm going to have a sort of second breakdown and drop into the dubstep bit. just going to copy and paste this over using the Alt key. And now I'm going to put a little melodic little part in between the two. That isn't long enough. It needs more time. I'm going to move this over a little more, so that has more time for the melody. I want to have 4 of these little bars, so it has a nice little sound. And it needs some more background sounds, so it sounds fuller. Some crash, some build up, all that good stuff. And one more sound about to drop in. It's a audio clip that's playing a drum loop. That's really nice. They use it a lot in dubstep for the little in-between breakdowns. That right there. If you listen to it. And that is just about it. So I'm just going to save this live set, and I'm just going to call it something stupid because I'm really bad with naming. You guys should name it something better so you can find your projects. Have a naming system. I do not. It's horrible. And that's it. And here's the final product.
All night long.
Alright, there you go guys, that's the dubstep tutorial. So download all the samples and stuff. It has the project file as well if you just want to mess with the project. On the Facebook page, like the page to download it. Pretty simple. Rate, comment, subscribe. Like our Facebook page. I love you forever. Like anything of our videos. Follow us. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. Do all that good stuff. And you'll all get high fives if you ever see me. See ya.